This is a quick how to use and review of the Glossray teeth whitening kit. It was about $100, so I thought I'd try it. Just kind of curious if it worked. Notice my teeth aren't as white as they used to be, so why not? The kit comes in a small box with the device, a charging cable, not the actual plug-in brick, but a cable, and 3 tubes of the whitening gel. The first thing to do is charge the device. It's really simple. Red when charging, green when charged. The device is actually made up of 2 parts. You have the mouthpiece and the electronics. Like any electronics device, avoid getting water in any connection points like the charging port or the joint between the 2 pieces with this pin. Before you use the device, wash the mouthpiece. I just use some dish soap and rinse it off well. The book says to use for 7 to 14 days, and there's enough gel for about 15 days, so kind of pay attention to how much you're using and try to get about 5 days out of each of the 3 tubes. Rotate the end of the tube like this, and you'll see the gel coming out of the tip. Now, if it's the first use of that tube, it's going to take quite a bit longer to prime the tip, and eventually you'll see it coming out the end. I put the gel on my teeth first. Not all the teeth, but the ones up front that will be in contact with the mouthpiece. Next is to put it on the inside facing surface of the mouthpiece, both top and bottom. Hold the power button down for 3 seconds. It turns blue and you put it in your mouth. And then after 10 minutes, it'll beep and shut off automatically. The book says to use for up to 30 minutes at a time. I use it for 2 cycles, which is 20 minutes. The one complaint I have is that after a few days, the button is stubborn about turning it back on. Sometimes I have to wait a few minutes or just sit there and fight with the button until it comes back on. But yet there's times where you just wash the device and it turns on automatically. I do it after my last meal of the day. I brush, I rinse, I use the device, and then make sure I don't eat afterwards, so I allow the teeth to kind of rebuild. The manual also says to avoid staining foods while you're using the device for those 7 to 14 days. So no coffee, no blueberries, no red wine or anything like that. After use, wash the device. Again, I use the dish soap. Rinse your mouth with lukewarm water. And I just kind of rub my teeth a little bit with my finger since the teeth are in theory a little bit more fragile at that point as they rebuild. The device seems to go for around 50 to 60 minutes before needing a charge. And just be sure that the device port is dry before charging. This is what my teeth look like initially. All right, day 1 before I start whitening. I don't know, what do my teeth look like? I got 3? I think a 3. And here's what they look like after the 2 weeks. Okay, here's after the 14 days with the whitening kit. Yes, I do think they look a little bit brighter, so I'm happy with the results. Now, to be fair, they probably look a little bit better since I haven't had coffee or blueberries in the last couple weeks, but I do feel like the device actually brightened my crooked smile a little bit. If I put it up against a little card, I think they look like a 1 to 2 maybe. Subscribe to my YouTube channel below and let's celebrate turning fuel and air into adrenaline.